Hello, it's Natasha. Thank you for joining me. Today it's a little bit, I think, unusual video because it's not really a process video, but it's more like a thinking process video. So I challenged myself to use Hip Kit Club October main kit, and I knew that I wanted to use this page with these strips. I was inspired, actually. I love this page, and I was inspired to use it by Nikki Rowland. She has recently shared a video on Hip Kit Club channel with an absolutely gorgeous page using these strips, and I was very inspired and I was in love with this page, and I'll try to remember to leave the link to this video below in the description below. So I knew I wanted to use these strips. And then I sort of struggled with the layout because on Hip Kit Club for this week, we had sort of, not a task, but we are encouraged to play with layers and with grid. And I'm not really that much into layers. I'm a very clean and simple crafter, so you know me, so I'm really... and I honestly, I struggled. I thought, I mean, what am I going to do? And when I struggle with something and I don't have an idea straight away, I usually try sketching. So let me take this away. I usually try sketching. So here is sort of a square page, a layout page, and this grid follows the rule of thirds. I'm sure you've heard about the rule of thirds. This is a basic design rule which gives you guidelines on how to arrange composition on your image. And it doesn't matter whether it is a photo, a card, or a layout, or any project. So the idea behind the rule of thirds is that you divide your image or your page into 9 equal bits with 2 vertical and 2 horizontal lines. So in my case, as I have initially square page, I have 9 equal square, well, roughly equal, of course, it's a sketch, square pieces. But for example, I have this grid for my card making. So it's rectangle, it's A2, it's 5.5 inches by 4.25. So the shapes are different, but again, I have 9 equal rectangle shapes. So I use this grid for my card making. Well, so to continue with the rule of thirds, the idea behind, again, the rule of thirds is that you have these lines and you arrange elements that are important for composition along these lines or at their intersections. So this creates visually pleasing composition. And it's a very simple and very basic rule, and I'm sure I'm not really saying much new to you here, but this really helps me when I struggle with the layout, or I don't really know how I can't visualize a card or a page. This really helps me. So I have this grid, I have this sketch, and I sort of play with the elements. So as I wanted to use these strips, I decided that I will arrange them along this sort of line, and I have this photo. So I plan to put my photo here, so on this intersection. So I cut the strips, and I have already prepared. So I cut the strips, and I arranged them here, so along, as I said, along this line. And also this is actually the back of the same page, so I obviously didn't want to waste it. So, and I put it in the upper third part of the layout, which is again a sort of visually preferable and visually pleasing place to put some important and big elements. So and I plan to put my card here. And well, again, if you know me, you know that I'm clean and simple crafter, and I like a lot of white space. So here I have enough white space to make me happy. And also in the main kit, let me show you, there is a page with a lot of banners. So it's Pink Paisley, Paige Evans' whimsical collection. There are a lot of banners, and many of them are connected with creativity and crafting, but obviously there are a lot of more general things like happiness, laughter, joyful, shine bright, and so on. So I fussy cut these banners, which was very easy to do because I'm not good at fussy cutting. I'm not fond of fussy cutting, to be honest, but I'm little, you know, I'm making peace with this little by little. So I fussy cut a number of these banners, and I plan to arrange them around my photo, so creating sort of a strong focal image. So I will arrange them and we'll get back to you shortly. Okay, so here I've arranged these banners around my photo, and I've adhered some on foam square so to raise them a little bit. And here I have this well, sentiment, my favorite people from the embellishment kit included, from the embellishment set included in the main kit, October main kit. So I'm going to put it here. It sort of matches, it gets a little bit, it adds boldness to the layout and matches with the black t-shirt of my son. And well, to add a little bit more black, I will probably add some splatters. You knew that was coming, right? I mean, I obviously, I think I can't make a layout without a splatter. I probably should challenge myself with this. Let me cover, do I have it? Oh. Okay, let me cover this just so that we don't add splatters where we don't need. So I'm using Pink Fresh Studio black licorice watercolor. So I'll probably add a little bit. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Okay, just let's cover the photo. And that's okay. So I hope you found this layout, this video helpful, and maybe I reminded you of the rule of thirds. And so if you struggle with the composition, I think this is a good starting point. And of course, it's not that, I mean, you can't step away from this rule of thirds. Obviously you can, but it does create visually pleasing composition and does help, especially when you're stuck, you know. So let's adhere this, and that's all. My page is ready. Thank you very much for your time. So subscribe to the channel for more inspiration, and enjoy, have some fun time crafting. See you again soon. Bye. Thanks again for your time. Here are some close-up photos, and in the end on screen you will see links to a couple of videos you might be interested in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to chat with you. And happy crafting, and see you again soon. Bye.